are back with the chapter 1.5, Joan of Arc. Now, Joan of Arc is written by George Bernard Shaw, and of course, this chapter will be explained by your English teacher, Mrs. Rachna Chakravarti. So, without delaying, please sit down with your textbooks so that we don't waste much time, and then we will see about Joan of Arc. Before the chapter, let us know something about the pronunciation of the word. Joan of Arc is a French name, and its pronunciation, of course, will become Jeanne d'Arc. So, since it's a French name, we pronounce it in this way. The vowel is silent. Then to the next important part about the author. So, whenever we do any play, to know about the author is a must. So let us know about the author George Bernard Shaw. So George Bernard Shaw was born on 26 July 1856 in Ireland. He was a very creative writer. He wrote over 60 plays. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1925 and many more. So after knowing about the writer, let us quickly move into the next slide. Now, here we will know a little bit about history, which I've collected for you all children. It's Joan of Arc's house, and you should know the background when before the play starts. So, here Joan of Arc was born to a peasant's parents, or peasant means children, farmers. Farmers' parents in the year 1412 in Dauphin, France. She became a skilled and hardworking girl in her childhood, and that was what made her different from the other peasant girl. And she had an extreme pious nature. She was like an ordinary other peasant girls, but only that she was very, very holy in her nature. Something more. She began hearing voices of angels when she was 13. She claimed those voices to be of Saint Catherine, Saint Margaret, and Saint Michael. So, this was what she had made this miracle. She was a miracle child, and she was blessed with some powers given by the angels of God. So, she took these powers to the court. To the characterization quickly. Whenever we start any story, children, we need to know about the main characters. So let us have a quick look into the main characters here. You have Robert de Boudricourt. Then you have Joan of Arc. Of course, she is the protagonist here. Then you have Monsieur de Polanyi. And of course, we cannot forget the steward who is always there with Robert and following out the orders. So these are some of the main characters of the play which we will be doing in this chapter 1.5. So quickly let us look into the glossary. The glossary of course is filled with some French words, so you should know the meanings of it. They have taken the help of French dictionary to make use of such words. So let us see the words. Number one, which I have taken for you, is blockhead, which means a stupid person. Then you have gravely, which means seriously. Then the next word is glare, an angry look, plundering, looting, retreats hastily, moves away in a hurry. Squire, a person of high rank. Monsieur, French word for Mr. Steward, a person who manages a large household. Then you have the other set of words. Radiant, which means very happy. Wavering means unsure. Of course, children, as I always tell you, you have lot of other words which is given in your textbook. Just look into your textbook, you'll get more such words. And when you're reading the play, please refer to the meanings from there. Side, I've taken an excerpt from the movie Joan of Arc, just to show you how very courageous she was with the French army. Just look into the valor and bravery of Joan of Arc and how she defeated the French army and French soldiers. So, did you see the movie, children? And you can understand how powerful she was. The remaining movie, you can just watch it on your YouTube. Just type Joan of Arc and you can see the movie, full movie there. Now, coming to the beginning of the play from your textbook, here the play starts. The play is under the backgrounds of the Anglo-French War, which was continuing for 100 years. This 100 years war had actually made the French people very weak economically as well as politically. They were all sinking down. Their hopes of winning the war was already drained. And then came Joan of Arc with that hope in her, showing that miracle, showing that the help she was getting from the spirits, from all the holy angels. The entire northern France was held by the Britishers. Captain Robert de Baudricourt, a French military officer, was of course worried. Who will not be worried in this situation? And he was worried, so your play opens at this background where your captain is worried and he wants a solution. And then Joan enters the courtroom as a solution to all the problems. I have tried to make a pseudo play for you all so that you understand the courtroom and the characters who are here, they are all just made by me, but just to give you an idea how the French courtroom looked like and what were the ministers doing there. So let us have a look. Courtroom
I
scene
told you
wherein you
to
have
throw
Captain
the
Robert de
girl
Baudricourt
out.
and the
You
steward. They
have
are having a
50
discussion
armed
about
soldiers
the
and
Joan of
dozens
Arc's
of
entry
strong
there.
servants
And
to
then
carry
suddenly
out
Joan
my
of Arc, a
orders.
confident
Are they
girl,
afraid
enters
of
the
her?
courtroom. So just have a look into the play, children.
No, sir, we are afraid of you, but she puts courage in us. She really doesn't seem to be afraid of anything. Perhaps you could frighten her, sir.
Perhaps. Where is she now? Just bring her up. Ask her to come upstairs.
Sir, she is down in the courtyard. So should I call her upstairs, sir?
Yes, steward, I want you to order the soldiers and get her right here in my room.
Good good morning, Captain Square. You are to give me a horse and armor and some soldiers and send me to Dauphin.
Is the girl mad? Why didn't you tell me so, blockhead?
So
I
please
shall
do not
send you
anger her.
back to your
Give her
father
whatever
with
she wants.
orders to put you under lock and key.
You think you will square? But it won't happen that way. You said you would not see me, but here I am.
So you are assuming that we will give you whatever you want just because you were able to reach me. Now you just imagine that you will get whatever you demand.
Yes, Square. A horse will cost just 16 francs. It's a big amount of money, but I can save it on armor. I don't need beautiful armor made to my measure. I can a soldier's armor that will fit me well enough. I shall not want many soldiers. The Dauphin will give me all I need to free the Orleans.
Ha ha ha! What did you say just now? To free the Orleans? Oh my god!
Yes, Squire. 3 men will be enough for you to send with me. Polly and Jack have promised to come with me.
What did you say just now? You meant to say Monsieur de Polygon?
Yes, Squire. Jack will come willingly. He is a very kind gentleman and gives me money to give to the poor. I think John Godsave will come, and Dick the archer and the servants, John of Honeycourt and Julian. There will be no trouble for you, Squire. I have arranged it all. You have only to give the order.
Is this true, steward, about Monsieur de Poligny? Whatever John is telling? Am I to believe whatever she is telling about Monsieur?
Yes, sir. And about Monsieur de Metz, too. They both want to go with her.
Soldiers, it's my order. I want Monsieur de Poligny right now here in my courtroom. And you, girl, just get out and wait for my further orders. Wait down in the courtyard till I send for you.
Okay, Square. I'm going. I'll wait for your further orders.
Steward, I want you to go with her. Stay within call and keep your eye on her. I shall have her up here again. Till that time, I want you to keep an eye on Joan of Arc.
So I hope you have just understood the beginning of the play here. So this was just a pseudo play, just tried to make you aware that a play was going on, and the courtroom scene was presented with the three characters. Of course, the play ends when the Robert de Boudricourt gets influenced by Joan of Arc, and he agrees to give everything. So here the Joan of Arc is directly telling Robert to send her to face the irresistible British army, which is actually very, very difficult to navigate. And this makes Robert de Baudricourt feel very, very strange. How can a young girl do that thing? How can she ask for army to face the British army where the French had been struggling for the 100 long years? And how can this small young girl of 19 years solve the problem of France and free France from the clutches of the Britishers? In the courtroom, she very, very confidently faces the squire and tells him whatever she wants. However, Robert de Baudricourt is forced to take Joan seriously when she said that Monsieur Polanyi had agreed to come along with her. Polanyi then informs Squire that France can only be saved by miracle, and that miracle is none other than John, because she was blessed by the priests and the saints, and she got a message from God that France will be freed if she heeds the army. So, with that intent, she says everything confidently. Robert was shocked but later resented. He decided to believe in the young girl Joan, and hence he agreed with the proposal of Joan of Arc. He agrees to give her whatever she had asked for. Joan confidently promised them that there would soon be a day when not a single soldier would remain in the soil of France, and France would again be completely theirs. So, this was what the France needed very much at that time because they were going down with that 100-year long war, and Joan gives it to them. The story ends here on a positive note. The play, which is given in your textbook, it just ends here where Robert de Boudricourt had given the permission, and but the story ends. Saint John's story of G.B. Shaw ends when John was able to drive the English out of the Orleans, following the commands from the voices she heard. The end of the siege of Orleans was considered as a miracle. It broke the myth of invincibility of the English. Joan was called finally the Maid of the Orleans. So, this is the final end of the story of Saint John. You don't have the ending in your textbook, children. Your textbook or your play here in the textbook, Joan of Arc, ends with the permission given, which she got from Robert de Baudricourt to go and meet Dauphin, the Prince of France, along with Polanyi and other two soldiers. You all have understood what is given in the textbook. Please revise it with the help of the characters given.